Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Welcome ladies and gentlemen to our pair presentation. Our title is Pollution in Malaysia, Causes, Impacts and Mitigation. My name is Muhammad Suhairy bin Ma'achim. My number metric 283458 and I stand before you to address a pressing issue that affects our beloved country, Malaysia. Pollution is a growing concern that threatens our environment, our health, and the well-being of future generations. Through this presentation, I am to shed light on the impact of pollution in Malaysia, raise awareness about its consequences, and call for collective action to address this urgent issue. Pollution has emerged as a major concern in Malaysia, given its detrimental effects on the environment, public health, and overall quality of life. As a rapidly developing nation with a thriving economy, Malaysia has witnessed significant industrialization and urbanization over the past few decades. While these advancements have brought numerous benefits, they have also contributed to an increase in pollution levels. In this presentation, we will delve into the specific type of pollution prevalent in Malaysia, their causes, their impacts on the environment and society. We will also explore the ongoing efforts to mitigate pollution, highlighting innovative solution and collaborative approach. Thank you for your attention, and let us now embark on this journey to explore pollution in Malaysia and its potential solutions. Air pollution in Malaysia stems from various sources with significant contribution from industrial emission, transportation, and open burning. Industrial activities, particularly in sectors such as manufacturing, mining, and energy production, release a plethora of pollutants into the atmosphere. This emission includes particulate matter, sulfur dioxide, nitrogen oxides, volatile organic compound, and heavy metals. Open burning, particularly during agricultural activities and land clearing, is another significant contributor to air pollution in Malaysia. Farmers, plantation owners, and land developers resort to burning as a cheap and efficient method of clearing land, leading to the release of smoke, ash, hazardous gases into the atmosphere. Impacts of air pollution on public health and the environment. The consequences of air pollution on public health in Malaysia are alarming. The inhalation of polluted air containing harmful substances and fine particulate matter can cause or worsen respiratory disease such as asthma, bronchitis, and chronic obstructive pulmonary disease. Studies have shown a correlation between air pollution levels and increased hospital admission for respiratory ailments. Relevant statistics and case studies on air pollution in Malaysia. Let's dive into some compelling statistics and case studies that illustrate the severity of air pollution in Malaysia. According to the Department of Environment in Malaysia, the air pollution index has consistently exceeded safe levels in many urban areas, particularly during the dry season and haze episodes. During the haze episodes caused by transboundary forest fires in neighboring countries, Malaysia experiences a spike in air pollution levels. For instance, in 2019, the API reached hazardous level, surpassing 300 in some areas, resulting in school closures and public health advisories. These statistics and case studies provide a glimpse into the reality of air pollution in Malaysia, emphasizing the urgent need for comprehensive measures to address the issue.
Hi, Assalamualaikum. My name is Muhammad Khairul bin Sabuddin. Matric numbers 283245. Water pollution. Causes of water pollution in Malaysia. Water pollution in Malaysia arises from various sources, including untreated industrial waste, agriculture runoff, and improper waste disposal. Industrial activities release a range of pollution into water bodies, such as heavy metals, organic compounds, and toxic chemicals. Some industries, particularly those that deal with chemicals, textiles, and manufacturing, discharge untreated wastewater directly into rivers and streams. Agriculture runoff poses another significant threat to water quality. Excessive use of fertilizers, pesticides, and herbicides in agriculture leads to the contamination of water bodies. When it rains, the chemicals away from the fields and into rivers, lakes, and groundwater, causing nutrients imbalance, algal blooms, and overall ecological disruption. Impact of water pollution on aquatic ecosystem, water quality, and human health. Water pollution has devastating consequences of aquatic ecosystems, water quality, human health. Aquatic ecosystem suffer from reduced biodiversity and imbalance in the natural habits due to water pollution. High levels of pollution, especially nutrients from agriculture runoff, lead to the eutrophication, where excessive algal growth displaces oxygen, subscoating fish and other aquatic organisms. Water pollution also impairs water quality, rendering it unfit for consumption and other essential use. Pollution water source pose a direct threat to public health, as they can transmit waterborne disease such as cholera, dysentery, and hepatitis.
Land and soil pollution pose significant environmental and agricultural challenges in Malaysia. Causes of land and soil pollution. Land and soil pollution in Malaysia stem from various sources, including industrial activities, improper waste disposal, deforestation, and agricultural practices. Industrial activities generate hazardous substances that can contaminate soil through improper waste disposal or accidental spills. Chemicals, heavy metals, and pollutants from industries can persist in the soil, affecting its fertility and compositions. Examples of land and soil pollution in Malaysia is like bauxite mining in Pahang. Irregulated bauxite mining activities in Pahang have resulted in extensive soil erosion, deforestation, and land degradation. Improper mining practices, including uncontrolled waste discharge and insufficient rehabilitation, have led to widespread pollution and environmental damage. These examples highlight the urgent need for better land management practices, stricter regulation, and sustainable agricultural approaches to combat land and soil pollution in Malaysia.
Effort and solution to mitigate pollution in Malaysia. Recognizing the urgent need to address pollution, Malaysia has implemented various efforts and solutions to mitigate its environmental impacts. Let's explore some of these initiatives. For the example, environmental regulation and policies. The Malaysian government has introduced stringent environmental regulation and policies to control pollution. This regulation set emission standards for industries, promote sustainable practice, and mandate proper waste management. The Environmental Quality Acts and the Environmental Impact Assessment (EIA) process example of regulatory frameworks that aim to prevent and mitigate pollution. My experience and reflection. The cause plastic pollution reflection. During a range beach cleanup drive, I was struck by sheer amount of plastic waste littering our shores. It was disheartening to see the devastating impact our consumption habits have on marine life. Plastic debris was entangling marine animals and filling their stomach, leading to their suffering to end deaths. This experience made me realize the urgency of addressing the plastic pollution crisis and the need for individual responsibility. Ongoing effort, people are becoming more conscious of their plastic uses, and there is a growing movement to reduce single-use plastics. Many individuals, including myself, have switched to reusable alternatives such as cloth bags and metal water bottles. Additionally, local organizations are organizing regular beach cleanups and education campaigns to raise awareness about the issue.
Personal experiences and reflections. Pollution is a grave concern that affects countries worldwide, and Malaysia is no exception. Having personally experienced the impacts of pollution in Malaysia, I feel compelled to share my own observations and raise awareness about this pressing issue. My experience and shed light on the consequences of pollution in Malaysia, emphasizing the urgent need for collective action. During my visit to major cities in Malaysia, such as Kuala Lumpur, Pulau Pinang, I was struck by the visible signs of pollution. The air quality often deteriorated with a thick haze enveloping the skyline, predominantly caused by industrial emission, vehicle exhaust, and open burning. The polluted air not only affected the breathtaking views but also posed serious health risks to residents and visitors alike. Perhaps the most distracting aspect of pollution in Malaysia is the human cause. The polluted air, contaminated water, and degraded land have severe implications for public health. Respiratory illnesses such as asthma and bronchitis have become increasingly common, especially among vulnerable groups like children and the elderly. Additionally, waterborne diseases such as cholera and hepatitis pose a constant threat to communities residing near polluted water sources. My experience with pollution in Malaysia have made me realize the urgency of taking action. By advocating for stricter regulations, adopting sustainable practices, and supporting environmental initiatives, we can collectively contribute to a cleaner and healthier Malaysia. Let's rise to the challenge and work towards a sustainable future for our beloved country.
Conclusion. In conclusion, pollution is a pressing issue in my country, caused by various factors such as industrialization and pollution growth. However, ongoing effort to mitigate pollution through government regulation, public awareness campaign, and technological advancement give hope for a cleaner and healthier future. It is crucial for individuals, communities, and organizations to actively participate in this effort to reduce pollution and safeguard our environment.